In order to get to where you want to be, the first step is acquiring self-awareness. Being able to analyze yourself, being able to analyze where you are in life without backtracking and without making excuses for yourself. For example, if I'm not where I want to be, I need to look at the past 12 months. What was I doing? Was I having too much fun? Was I actually using the time that was dedicated into my day to dedicate it into the work that needed to get done, or was I just procrastinating and fucking around? Can you take ownership of what you did? If you can take ownership and you can take self-accountability, then you'll inch towards where you want to be. But if you don't have any self-accountability, if you want to deny everything you did, you want to say, well, I didn't spend as much time on my business because I had this to do and that to do. And if you wanted it bad enough, you would fucking get to it. But the truth is, if you're going to be honest with yourself, and I'm going to be honest with myself, I'll be way further ahead than I anticipated I would be if I put in the work that I needed to put in. If I put in the work that I knew needed to be put in. But instead, I may have procrastinated sometimes. So instead of me working 100% of the time like I told myself I would, maybe I'm working 50%. The other 50%, I think I'm working, but I'm not really working because I'm not doing the right shit. I need to take some self-accountability. Self-accountability will get you to where you want to be. There's two ways to learn. The number one way to learn is through your mistakes. You make mistakes, you make the same one twice, and you hope to not make it again. And the second way we learn is fast-tracking our success. Well, what I mean by that is we fast-track our success by hanging around people that are at the points that we want to be. How do we do that? Simply talking to people. Be an open person. Don't be a fake person. Tell people how you feel. Tell people how you think. Be an honest person. Give back. The aura that you portray into the world is going to get you places. If you put a negative aura and you put a negative energy into the world and you obviously portray that towards people, those people aren't going to want to be around you. There's a saying, if you're around 4 idiots, you'll be the 5th. If you're around 4 millionaires, you'll be the 5th, right? You are who you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with dumbasses, you'll be a dumbass. But if you're a dumbass surrounding the other people with you and they don't want to be dumbasses, then they'll cut you off. So the way you portray yourself, the way you show yourself to people, the way you present yourself to people, the way you present your ideas to people, the way you present your thoughts to people, all of that people pay attention to. Just because you think you're the only one in this world doesn't mean that it's true. There are other people around you. The best way to fast track your success is learning from the people that are in the position that you want to be in. Or you learn yourself, but you're going to fail. But when you learn from somebody else, you learn from their mistakes. They teach you the proper things you need to do in order to not make the same mistakes. For example, my mentorship group, why did the people sign up for it? They want to learn from my mistakes so they don't make the same mistakes. Because let's say they pay me $2,000 for my program. And instead of paying that $2,000, they started their business by themselves. For Airbnb, you could fuck it up. Don't run the numbers correctly, buy the wrong furniture. They could easily lose $2,000. But because they invested $2,000 into a person that they want to learn mistakes from, they could avoid losing that money. So that $2,000 investment could save them a lot of, number one, money, but what's the most important? Time. And I'm not saying this to promote my course. I'm just giving you a good example. Time is the one thing you cannot get back. Money, you can get back. A woman, you can get back. Friendships, you could acquire and reacquire and get back. Time is the one thing that you'll never be able to get back. Along with self-awareness, you need to identify why you're not aligned. What is the reason that you aren't aligned? What is affecting you? What are the topics or the people in your life that are affecting your life positively? And who's affecting your life negatively? Or what is that thing? Are you working a job that you don't like, the people around you don't have a good environment? Or quite frankly, you might be tired by the time you're tired. by the time you're done with your shift and you get home and you don't want to put in that extra effort towards your business. You don't want to put in that extra effort towards the gym. You need to identify these things. You know, it might be scary confronting these people, confronting these things, because people are scared of confrontation. People don't want to talk face to face. In this world, if someone has a problem, they would rather call them out on social media, call them out on Snapchat, call them out on Instagram, threaten them with things that they wouldn't be normally doing, threaten them physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is. But when it comes to that person being face to face with them, they won't approach this person because they're scared of confrontation. So sometimes you have to look at yourself and look in the mirror and confront yourself. It's scarier to confront yourself in the mirror versus confronting another person. It's easier giving someone else advice, but it's not so easy to take it. Why is that? As humans, it's harder for ourselves to tell ourselves to get up and do something, to not do something, to avoid these bad habits, to indulge into the good habits. It's easy to tell ourselves that, but it's not easy to do it. It's much easier to tell. It's much easier to speak. That's why you'll find a lot of people that might be around you that aren't very successful. They'll highlight their successes. For example, if I'm a day trader, a way to tell if I'm unprofitable is I post my wins, and I might be negative for the week. But what I'm portraying to the people, I'm portraying to them as if I'm successful. Success isn't told, success is earned. The people around you will know you're successful by the things you have, by the way you present yourself, by the way you speak, by the tonality, by the clothes you wear, by the build you have. Because being big and going to the gym and being swole isn't just to be big and show off to the girls and show off to the people around you. I have big muscles, I can lift heavy. No, it's to stay consistent. It's to do something that you don't want to do, that you don't feel like doing. Why do I lift every day? At this point, obviously, I don't need to lift. I look good and I know I look good. But at this point, I lift every day for my mental health. I lift every day to do something hard. To do something hard every single day. That's why I lift every day. Because I might have a chill day. I might not have a lot of work to do for my business. A lot of content to do. But the one thing I will get done for sure is I'm going to lift. Because I need to do at least one difficult thing a day. If your life is full of ease, if you don't have any difficulty in your life, you don't have any adversity in your life, then you might not have a lot of character. You might not be consistent. You might not have endurance. You might not be a strong person. And by strong, I'm talking about mentally. I'm talking about physically. I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about spiritually. Strong isn't just the physicality of being strong. Strong is the mental of being strong. Why does that help you? If you're starting a business, if you're doing something you don't want to do, if you're lifting, if you're going to school, if you're going to be a taxi driver, you need to be mentally strong. Everything in life is war. Me going to school is war. Me rolling out of bed to wake up is war. The man that goes to his wife and his wife is arguing back with him and he needs to put up with that, that's war. Everything in life is war. You don't need to be the best person. If a lion was chasing a group of 20 people, you don't have to be in first place. You just have to be faster than the slowest person. Because the slowest person will get ate by the lion. But you'll keep going. And you'll keep going because you know you have enough in life to where you're not going to let yourself be the slowest fucking person. You're going to keep going. You're going to achieve the things that you want to achieve. But with that being said, you need to be mentally strong. You will not get anywhere. You will not become physically strong. You will not become spiritually strong, emotionally strong, if you are not mentally strong. Because the mentality The mentality, the mindset that you have is going to be what changes you. It's going to be what builds that consistency. It's going to be what drives your ambition. It's going to be what gets you through the difficult parts in your life. It's going to help you enjoy the easy parts in your life. It's going to teach you things that you didn't know you needed to be taught. And that's the mentality you need to have. If I'm mentally strong, I get up at an early time every day. I use my time wisely. I don't procrastinate. I do what needs to get done. How can I fucking lose? How can you lose? If you're trying every day, how can you lose? The problem is with this population, the people around us, everyone in this world, 2024, Gen Z, no one fucking tries. It may seem like people try because you are looking everything on social media. You're looking at social media, right? People are posting the best of themselves. You're seeing the consistency on social media, but what you're not seeing is the people not posting. And that's 90% of the people. They don't try. A lot of people give up in life before they even try in life. They try with one thing, they fail, and they're done. The way to create that ambitious mindset, the way to build calluses on your brain, is when things are going the way you least expect it to go, and you keep going, and you keep pushing, and you keep trying, even though you keep fucking failing every single day. That's what's going to build character. That's what's going to put calluses on your mind. And that's what's going to build that nasty, crazy, ambitious, hard-working mindset. Now that we have that ambitious mindset, we know what we need to do. We know the mindset we need to build to get to where we want to be. Now we need to set realistic timestamps, realistic goals. For example, I'm an Airbnb business owner. I'm 20 years old. I'm an Airbnb business owner. I started when I'm 18. At 18, I told myself in 1 year, I'm going to have 40 properties. Is that realistic? No. Yes. It depends. Depends from situation to situation. If I had a shitload of money and money to deploy and credit to deploy, maybe I could have 40 units. But due to my situation, I didn't have as much money as I anticipated in my mind I would have to start the business. So now I'm at 12, 13 units right now. And 2 years passed by. So set realistic goals. If you want to be a trader, you want to learn e-commerce, you want to have a real estate portfolio, you can set goals, but you need to have realistic time frames on those goals. But those goals, you need to realize, will not be achieved if you do not work towards them every single day. You think, I got the 13 properties by half-assing shit? No. There may have been days I was working really hard. There may have been days I was half-assing. But I was more consistent than I wasn't. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm making $50K a month in revenue at 20 years old, because I set a goal. Maybe I set it too high of a goal, but I still made progress towards it. I said I'll get 40 units. Maybe I got 13, right? But at least I did 25% of the work. The work is not done yet. But now I know I'm satisfied with the fact that I put in the work and I achieved some of what I wanted to achieve, and I started and I kept going even though I fucking failed a million times and I could have fucking quit. I could have quit this shit, but I wouldn't have what I have. I wouldn't be able to support the people around me I wanted to support. I wouldn't be able to buy the things I wanted to buy. I wouldn't have the apartment that I wanted to have. What's worse? Trying and failing to get towards your goal, or having a goal and not trying at all and never failing because you didn't have the ability in your mindset to even try? What's worse? I say what's worse is not even fucking trying towards my dreams, not trying. But you might not have a lot of responsibilities. And if you don't have a lot of responsibilities, you have no fucking excuse not to try. Why the fuck aren't you trying? Why the fuck are you wasting your time? You think you'd be in your position if you were successful? You'd be in a successful position by not trying? By going out every weekend, by drinking every day, by smoking every day, by having these bad habits every day? Nobody. That's not what fucking leads you to success unless shit's handed out to you. 90% of the time, shit's not gonna be handed out to you at all, and you gotta find your own way. In order to do that, you gotta lock the fuck in. Because no one is going to hold your hand. Once you understand that, then it completely changes your fucking mindset. Find your why. And this is very important that I need to talk to you guys. What is your why? Like, what's going to keep you going? For example, my why, personally, my mother and my childhood. My why to keep going. My why to keep achieving more. Why is it my mother? It's because I want to provide her with a good life. I want her to be financially free. I want to take care of her. And why does my childhood come into play? Because I grew up not as fortunate as many other people, but as I grew up, I realized I had a lot more blessings than other people. We grew up on food stamps. We grew up stacking an apartment, you know. We grew up not eating a lot. We grew up getting food from food pantries, cans, spaghetti, fucking sauce, and all this bullshit. But alhamdulillah, thank God for the blessings. And thank God for the trials and tribulations, because if those things didn't happen in my life, it wouldn't build me to the characteristics. It wouldn't build me to the person that I was meant to be. And that's why I was meant to go through those hardships. Because it's meant to teach you something. Whenever something bad happens in your life, don't question it. Don't say, why God? Why me? Why did you have to do this to me? Why did this person have to pass away? Why did I have to lose this business? Why did I have to lose this money? Why did I have to lose my job? Instead of saying, why, you ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? Why is this happening? How can I benefit from this? Change your perspective. When you fail, you learn. When God puts trials and tribulations in your life, it's to build your character. God is not going to hold your hand. No one is going to hold your hand. Why would God help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves? And why would a mentor help a student that doesn't want to help themselves? I can give you all the information in order to start a $50,000 a month business. But it's up to you if you take that information, right? Self-accountability. Self-accountability. It's up to you. You can have all the information in the world. You do have all the information in the world. It's on your fucking phone. It's on your computer. It's on this stupid little shit. But you're still not taking the information. You're not learning from this information. There's a saying, you can take a horse to the water, but you can't force him to drink. I can lead this fucking horse all the way up to the water, and he's thirsty as fuck. But it's not my job to make him drink. I can tell him how to drink. I can show him where the water is. But if he doesn't drink, that's not my fucking fault. I paved the way for him. I showed him exactly what he needed to do, and I taught him. It's not my fault what the fuck he does with his time. That's on you. Along with the goals and the vision and the place you want it to be, you need to be specific with what you want. You need to write down your goals. I suggest open an account on Notion.com, Notion. It's free. I'm not even promoting it. No promo, whatever. That's just where I do my shit. That's where I write my notes. Right? 2025, 2020, whatever. October goals. You write them down. Or you put them on a whiteboard like I have right here. Write down your goals. Write down your vision so you can see it every fucking day and remind yourself why you're working, why you're doing what you are doing. How are you going to get your goals if they're just mental goals? Like, like, all right, what are my goals again for 2025? You're not going to remember it because you didn't write them down. When you write things down, you remember it better. And that's why teachers tell you to take notes. It's not because, like, odds are you're not going to go home and read your fucking notes because you're a dumbass. Or I'm just talking to myself. I wasn't reading that shit. But because I wrote them down on a piece of paper when they told me, then it helped me remember it better. It helped me remember my goals. It helped me remember my ambitions and my hustles. So, write down your goals. Also, along with writing down your goals, break them down into actionable steps. My goal for 2025, make $1 million. How am I going to make $1 million? What the fuck? How am I going to make $1 million? What business am I going to start? What actionable steps do I need to take? All right, actionable steps could be this. Mindset, get my fucking mindset right. All right, build my routine. I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. every single day. I'm going to trade from 7 to 9. I'm going to learn from 9 to 11. And from 11 to 2, I'm going to lift. And from 2 to 5, I'm going to do extracurricular activities to help me get better. And that's going to be the first week. And second week, I'm going to start working on the business. And third week, I'm going to start the business. And then next week, I'm going to get the funding for the business. And the following week after that, I'm going to do cold calls. And then I'm going to find new properties. Actionable steps. Steps that will actually get you there. If you write down your goals, how are you even going to get there if you have no type of plan? Write actionable steps for yourself to get there. You might ask yourself, oh, you don't know what actionable... Shut the fuck up. We all know what we need to do. We just need to do it. In conclusion, you guys need to understand, embrace the process. I myself get caught up way too many times every single day. I need to be here. I need to make more money. I need to do this. I need to do that. Appreciate the process of where you are, of the progress you've made, and where you want to be. Because every millionaire tells you they enjoy being a millionaire, but they enjoyed the process the most. The story they could tell you, and the way they got to the point to where they want to be. They love that. They enjoy it. Enjoy the process. Be intentional. If you're feeling stuck, remember, it's recognizing that you're stuck. It's recognizing that you're not where you want to be. You're already making progress by feeling that you're stuck, by feeling that you're not doing enough. That's a good thing. You're already on the right path. If you like this video, leave a comment. In this comment is going to be a question. Where in life do you want to be? Where in life are you going to make a change? Where in life are you going to make a change? Leave a comment right now. Be intentional. Like I was telling you, write notes. Write it down. Hold yourself accountable. And I'll hold you accountable as well. Hold yourself accountable. Hold the people around you accountable. And if the people around you don't want to be accountable and you're trying to hold them to it, cut them the fuck off. Because we don't have time for that shit. We don't have time to pamper people. We don't have time to tell them shit. We don't have time to teach them if they don't want to learn. You can take a horse to the fucking water, but you can't force them to drink it. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know if anything I talked and taught you helped you. And I hope it did, because I give you my heart with intention. I give you my thoughts with intention. I want you to learn from me, and I want you to learn from my mistakes. So have a great fucking day, and go kill it.